Hello, welcome back to 5th grade Green Math. I'm Linwood Fields, your Green instructor. Lecture 9 is on additional division examples. The objectives: know how to divide a whole number by another whole number. Know that division is fundamentally a grouping problem. So these basically are the same objectives from last time, and we're trying to reinforce a concept here. Let's look at the parts of a division problem and solution. Using long division notation, we can think about the division problem and the solution as having four parts. You have a dividend and a divisor. That's going to be determined from the problem statement. You have to find the solution. You have to find the quotient and remainder. Remember, the division is fundamentally a grouping problem. And like we saw last time, we have two cases. In case one, the divisor is how many items we want in each group, which is known. And the answer, or part of the answer, the quotient, is the number of groups that we have, or the number of groups that we can make. And in case two, it's the opposite. The divisor is the number of groups that we have, which is known, and you have to determine the quotient, which is how many groups or how many items in each group. So notice that the information is reversed. Over here, we have the divisor as how many items in each group, and over here, we determine the answer, which is how many items are going to be in each group. Again, it doesn't matter if you can correctly identify which case a problem belongs to, as long as you can identify the dividend and the divisor. But it helps to make the problem easier to understand if we can really see which case the problem belongs to. Let's look at another example with dividing whole numbers. At the county fair, each horseback ride costs $4. You have $11 left and only want to spend it on horseback riding. How many times can you horseback ride? Dollar is our item this time. We have 11 items. So over here, we see that we have 11 total dollars. So our dividend is 11. Because each horseback ride costs $4, we will be putting 4 items into each horseback ride. So if we jump down here, we can hopefully kind of see that a group is each time we horseback ride. And we're going to be putting 4 items into each group because each group is a horseback ride. Every time we horseback ride, that's a group. And it costs $4 to horseback ride. So we're going to be putting 4 items into each group. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, this time we're going to use case 1. And what we're going to be doing is, for the quotient or the answer, we're going to be determining how many groups we can make. So over here, we see that each group is going to have 4 items. Up here, I put each and left in bold. So when you're working word problem, you have to identify these types of keywords. These types of keywords really help you to set up the problem and to understand the problem. Each horseback ride costs $4. So that kind of tells me that the horseback ride is probably going to be a group. Left kind of tells me that that is my total number of items. Now the problem is 11, which is the dividend, divided by 4, the divisor, is equal to what? Notice that there is no whole number we can multiply 4 by and get 11. Up here, we're basically asking ourselves 4 times what is equal to 11. Again, there is no whole number I can multiply by 4 and get 11. So we ask ourselves, what number can I multiply 4 by to get a number close to 11, but yet still less than 11? I want to get as close to 11 as possible without going over. We can multiply 4 by 2 and get 8, which is as close as we can get to 11 without going over. Therefore, we choose to multiply. Again, I made the same mistake. Sorry again. We choose to multiply 4 by 2, not multiply 4 by 2, multiply 4 by 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and we will call 8 our closest number. Because our closest number, 8, does not equal to the dividend, which is 11, we have a remainder. To find the remainder, we simply subtract the closest number from the dividend. The dividend is 11 minus our closest number, which is 8, is equal to 3. So our remainder is 3. So 11 divided by 4 is equal to 2, and we have 3 items left over that would not be in a group. So 11 divided by 4 is 2 with a remainder of 3. So you can horseback ride 2 times and we'll have $3 left to buy something to eat or take home and give to your little brother or sister. So let's look at how this plays out in terms of groups. So over here, we have a total of 11 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11. Now, each horseback ride is going to take up 4 of those total 11 items. So each group is $4. So group 1 is $4. Group 2 is $4. And we don't have enough money left over. We don't have enough money to make another group. So we're going to have $3 left. 3 is the remainder. So we can make 2 groups with 4 items in each group. And we have 3 items left over. How can we check our work? As always, if I multiply the quotient times the divisor and add the remainder, I should get the dividend. Let's see here. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Bingo! We have correctly solved the problem. Example 2 is another example where we have to use dividing or division with whole numbers. Imagine that you are going to a birthday party for triplets and have $36 that you want to divide amongst the triplets. How much money will each of the triplets get? Dollar is our item this time. We have 36 items. So our dividend is 36. Over here, where is the 36? We have a $10 bill, which represents $10 or 10 items. Another $10 bill represents another 10 items. Another $10 bill represents another 10 items. 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. That's $30 or 30 items. Here, this is a $2 bill. So that's 2 items. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. $6 plus $30 is $36. Here are the 3 triplets, John, Run, and Done. Nice naming. Now, triplets mean 3 born at the same time. Since the triplets are not items, they must be groups. So each triplet is a group, assuming that we can have a group with just one. Most often we think of groups having more than one item. So our divisor equals 3. We use case 2 this time. So basically, we're trying to find how much money we can, or how many items we can put in each group. We ask ourselves, 36 divided by 3 is equal to what? Basically, what that means is 3 times what is equal to 36. Oh, I remembered. 3 times 12 is 36. The remainder is 0. So 36 divided by 3 is equal to 12 with a remainder of 0. Each one of the triplets gets $12. John gets a $10 bill and a $2 bill. $10 plus $2 is $12. And group 2, which is Ron, he's going to get $12. And in the last group, Dunn, he's going to also get $12. So we can see here that 36 items can be divided. So if we have 36 items or $36, and we're trying to determine how many dollars are going to be in each group, we know that there are 3 groups. We see that each group is going to have 12 items or $12. So let me restate that. We have a total of $36 or 36 items. We know that we have 3 groups. So how many items are going to be in each group? We're going to have $12 or 12 items in each group. Happy birthday, John, Run, and Dunn. At this point, hopefully you can see that we cannot perform division if we do not know our multiplication tables. Okay, let's use long division to find the answer to 11 divided by 4. Here is the long division notation. Remember, we have the divisor written in this position. The dividend is written to the right of the divisor. The quotient, which is part of the answer, is written on top of the dividend. And the remainder, which is the other component of the answer, is written to the right in this position. So let's go ahead and get started. So we draw our long division symbol, and we put the divisor, which is 4, in this position, and we put the dividend, which is 11, in this position. Now we ask ourselves at this point, will 4 go into 1? We're looking at this position right here. Will 4 go into 1? No. So we have to move 1 place to the right and look at these 2 digits together, 11. Because 11 is larger than 4, 4 will go into 11. How many times will 4 go into 11? Well, 4 will go into 11 without going over a total of 2 times. Now, we don't put the 2 above this 1 here because 1 is less than 4. We're going to put the 2 above this 1 here because 2 is less than 11. So let's go ahead and do that. 4 goes into 11 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. We put the 8 up under the ones place in 11. This 1 here is in the ones place. Okay, then we draw our horizontal line, and then we subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. Oops, that is not a very good 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. I'm trying to make a better 3 here. Okay, and to be consistent with this notation up here, we're going to move the 3 over here because 3 is the remainder. So let's put the remainder where it belongs. So 11 divided by 4 is equal to 2, the quotient, with the remainder of 3. So how do we check our work? The quotient times the divisor is 8. Add the remainder. 8 plus 3 is 11, and that should equal to the dividend. So hopefully at this point you're starting to feel comfortable with division. I'm just going to erase all of this. Summary. A division problem and solution have 4 parts. It had a divisor, a dividend, a quotient, and remainder. You have to correctly identify the divisor and dividend, and then you have to find the quotient and remainder. Fundamentally, division is a grouping problem. Here are some questions and practice problems that you should do. And again, you can go to this link here to find additional great 5th grade math activities and problems. Thanks for your attention. I'm looking forward to seeing you again for the next lecture. Have a great day.